evening. Gonna let there, that's who I was waiting for. Sunflower, gonna let my guest join. Tonight's Life in Depth is with Olivia.
Hello.
Hey sis, how are you? How are
Girl,
you?
it's been an interesting day. Woo,
But aren't they
interesting day.
all? But aren't they all,
Today
girl? I
was
hope.
more interesting than all the other days, child.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
girl, I was almost abducted today. It was very interesting.
No.
Yeah, girl.
Ooh.
So I'm so grateful that I'm
Take time to
safe.
process that. Yes.
Yeah,
And if you want to reschedule, if you want to do this another night,
no,
I'm fine too.
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Um,
good. I took my herbs. I spoke
sis.
I spoke to my friends today and I was just like grateful for the opportunity
Mm,
to just be safe.
mm,
Yeah.
that is beautiful. Yes. Thank goodness. Aw, hey everybody. Let
Hello,
me see.
everyone.
I'm so excited. Yes. So life in depth. And what a way to start. Look, real stuff, real talk, to be honest.
Real
That's
talk.
how it is here.
Hey, my cousin is here from California. Hey, girl.
Oh, I love it. Is that who you just went to see?
Yes. Yes. I went
I
to go see
love
her in
it. So was
California.
that
So
a mini trip?
that was that was a road trip just to kind of like break the monotony of just everything that had been going on in my life.
I
I'm
love
really
it.
dedicated to what I do, and a lot of times finding that balance, I would struggle with finding that
Mhm.
balance.
Mhm.
And I think my job could see that I was a caring, giving, bright individual, and so they kind of almost grinded it out. And
Mhm.
it was like I knew that I needed to quit, but I felt like the timing wasn't right.
Ooh, ooh, girl.
But it
And
was.
I love, yeah, keep speaking on that because that's exactly what tonight was about, was kind of your life transition, how you went into doing your life work and what you're enjoying currently.
I miss you too, Meek.
Aw.
So I was doing outpatient therapy with
Mm,
kids that are gifted and have extreme trauma. Well,
mm,
that's not my area, but I was in there doing that. Um, and so I was building my business on the side. I work with the neurodivergent. So I was working a full-time job and I was consulting at a neurodivergent school.
mm,
Um, but at a place that I didn't feel appreciated. I was working very hard, and there was never no thank yous. I was going above and beyond just because that's who I am.
mm,
And I started having stomach issues again, stress issues, but I recognized it this time. The
mm.
anxiety had started to get so, I started pacing in my house again. I said, "What's wrong? Something wrong." And I caught it. And around that time, I was doing both jobs, and the guy had spoke about wanting to bring me on the team. And
Wow.
people talk. So
Yeah.
I didn't take it as seriously in the beginning as when he first said it. But then what happened was I was working with a kid and we were playing catch. And there was this tree. Holy Spirit. Woo! There was this tree and it was kind of came down and it had a big trunk like that.
I
I
love
somehow
it.
hit my head on the trunk of the tree. And in that moment, I said, that's telling me it's time to go. How did I miss that? Because I was so tapped out and so
Mm,
just trying to do this job that I was
mm,
missing something. And I had a big gash on my head. It was like horrible. And that Monday, I just said to them, I can't do this. I need to take a leave. They didn't take me seriously, and they didn't step up. They didn't say. I talked to human resource. I had told my boss like 2 weeks earlier, and I was trying to stick it out. And then I reached out to human resources. I said, I really need to take leave. I'm really stressed. I'm having manifestations. I had like a lump in my chest. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And they didn't respond to me. They just didn't say anything. And so that day I took my computer and my stuff and I quit. I said, okay, God, well, I don't know what's about to happen. I'm about to move into a new place and all of these things is about to happen.
Yes.
But my health is more important. I took the computer over there and the lady wanted to talk to me at the front desk, and I told her, and I bust out crying, and it was just a whole thing. The next day the lady was like, oh, we was trying to get your paperwork together. No, you wasn't. And so that happened, and I quit. And long story short, I told the guy, I said I was looking to get my teacher certification, right? And he was like, oh, but we want you here. And I said, I hear that. I said, but I don't have a timeline, and I need to make sure I'm able to move forward with what I need to do. Well, he stepped up his process. And the crazy part about it is yesterday, I remember when I posted that video in the bed with my cat.
Yes.
I was starting to get a little anxiety, right? And I was like, I was bored because I was like, and I started getting tired. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap because I honored my body. I honored my body, and I just decided to say, you know what? My mental health is good. And guess what? When I went to go take a nap, I laid down, and someone was like, check your email. He emailed me, and I called him. He told me to call him, and I start on Monday. And I said, wow, when you allow God, source, however everybody wants to call it, I call source God, universe. It's to me, that is God. When you allow it to unfold, right? It unfolds before you in ways that you didn't even know was going to happen, because everything else was set up. The apartment is already in place and everything. I didn't pay yet, but everything. And if I was worrying, I would have been like, oh my God. Everything just fell so perfectly. And I said, look at that. I honored God. I honored myself. And I've been going to church. I went to Bible study last night. And I've just been like, instead of doing things my 100% my own way, allowing the Spirit of God to lead me in the way that I should go. Right? And it's been
to trust.
And this is I've always said I've surrendered, right? But this is my first time really, all right, I'm going to take my hand off of it, my mind off of it, my mouth off of it, my everything off of it. And yesterday when I laid in that bed and I started getting antsy, I got the email. And I'm so grateful. And even what happened to me today, I'm a seer. So I had a dream yesterday. Last night I woke up, it was some man looking through a glass with like cyclopsy eyes, like trying to find me or something. I wake up this morning and that happens. But I was protected because in that moment, the short amount of time that happened, I couldn't get my key out because I think I was in shock. Somebody came out the gate as I was trying to get in my apartment, and that's the thing. He was creeping up from behind me and I didn't know. I looked around, he wasn't there. I turned around, and then all of a sudden when the gate opened and the man was coming out and I went in, he sped off real fast and I didn't even know he was creeping up behind me because he waited for me to be unaware of where he was. And that was almost like a signal of what was to come. And I said, I am so protected. So protected. So I just feel like the negative energy, however you want to call it, the devil, the negative energy, because I have surrendered finally to what is, it's coming to try to, instead of me walking into my own negativity, my own negative, because I would open the door to negativity myself. I'm not doing that now. So now that I'm not doing it, it's trying to present itself. And I would be the one to get myself in bad relationships. I would be the one. So the enemy or the negative energy didn't have to do it because I was self-destructive at that point in my life. And now I'm not. And it's like, what? She really about to be as great as she really supposed to be, who it really is. That negativity got to start me. Ain't that right? Boop, boop, boop.
I
Yeah,
love it. I love it. Oh,
this is sugar, y'all. You
sugar.
can go to my Instagram page, the Royal Spanx. She is royal. Yes, it is. But
I love it.
and that's how everything, Carly, just started to
Girl.
unfold. And I feel like I never. It's like you see it in your mind's eye, right?
Mm, mm.
And you think you know how it's supposed to go, but I had no idea.
Yes,
So it,
girl. It all ends up being so much different. Yeah,
yeah,
so much different than you expect. And I'm so happy that you could be able to let go the way you did and then be guided into what you were guided into that new job and not having to worry.
yeah, and making more money.
Oh, girl,
You know,
girl. And you seem excited about the position. So is it something you're gonna love,
well,
like something that aligns with you?
well, I'm a behavior analyst,
Yeah.
so I work in my magic is
Mm,
shaping the environment for success.
mm,
My magic is being able to connect with these gifted children because I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD, so I understand a lot of times how they think and connecting with
oh,
them. And I never wanted to acknowledge that about myself. I never, because I always felt like it made me different. But once 2 years ago, I decided to
mm,
just fall into that and accept what is, and,
mm,
and realizing the genius of me
mm,
and not
mm,
the difference of me, the genius of me. And I've always been working with these kids, but I've been in Arizona less than 2 years, making more money in Arizona than I was making in Philadelphia. And in a sense, in the working sense, because I made a lot of money in my business. But in less than 2 years, I have tapped into my giftings in less than 2 years. And
mm.
now I'm in a school, and what I'm doing is essentially creating. I am helping the CEO create his school.
Mm,
I will be doing all the behavior plans. I will be doing all the foundation stuff for that school.
mm,
So my magic will be all up and encompassed in that school. And which helps me to build minds because I've already helped you build yours. I created minds through
I
you.
love
So
that.
everything that I do for you is for me because now I have the open door and you're showing me how to do it. I'm using my gifts and creating your stuff. And as I create for you, that's the blueprint for me. That
Mm,
makes sense?
I love
So
this. I love this for you.
yes, and I always wanted to start something, and my Soul Eminence Center for Spiritual Development was. It's almost like I look at myself like Professor X. You know who that is, right?
Yes, girl.
Well,
I
you
love
see
you.
a Professor Sunflower.
I love
um,
you. I
kind
love
of off
you.
that spin out, but I'm Jean Grey, which is one of the most powerful mutants, but she didn't know her power.
Mm,
She had her
mm,
mind locked up by other people, right? That was me. And now that my mind is not locked up, I am so much more powerful than I even realized. You see, Jean Grey, she opened her mind, and once she turned into the Phoenix, she realized her power. She couldn't control
mm,
it though,
girl.
and she was even more powerful than Professor X, and he knew it. That's why he locked her mind up because he was saving her from herself. But he didn't realize she needed that to understand who she was, and she never understood who she was because other people were locking up my mind to who I really was with all the words and negativities. And now I had broke free, and here I am, Professor Sunflower, aka Olivia Brewer, working with these kids that need their mind unlocked, right? So that's how my brain sees
Mm,
it.
I love that. I love that. And it's beautiful. I love what you said about your able to think like them. You're able to know how they're feeling in certain situations, whereas someone who, just anybody who isn't experiencing the same things, they're not gonna know how they feel. But she always
Mhm.
felt different, though. Oh, yes, yes. And
Always.
because you are, yes, yes.
Always. I
In such
never fit
a
in.
beautiful way. In such a beautiful way. Because
Yeah.
like I said, and like you said about knowing that these children, they're in good hands because they're experiencing things that you've experienced. They have the ultimate guide. And
Yes.
like you said, when you're able to unlock that in yourself, you're sharing it with others, that is the gift.
Yeah.
Is sharing what you've learned, sharing your knowledge, and especially with the younger generation.
Yeah. Because they're the future. They are the up and coming gifted. Right?
Mm.
And if you walk around feeling misunderstood, like if you keep telling a fish that he can't walk, he think he's not a genius because he can't walk, but he can swim. He can
Oh,
breathe up underwater though,
I love it. I
you
love
know.
it. I
And
love this.
go ahead.
No, I love this transition for you, and I love the excitement because you can tell that you're excited to be working in this environment, and a place that you are excited to be in is going to receive, you're going to be able to thrive in your magic, thrive in your genius zone so much more, in a place that you're excited to be in and you are ready to give your magic to.
Yes. It's been a journey finding myself and learning and falling down and it's been a journey. And
Mm,
the closer I got to the door, it seemed the more things started coming. And I just allowed them now. I sat with them. I sat with myself. I sat with it all and just said, we just gonna we're gonna release. We started buying new clothes, as you can see from my timeline on this Instagram. We didn't got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and now I didn't
I
have a
love
job, but I was
it.
buying stuff because what I was given when I went on that trip. Before I went on that trip, I got seen something online that said all the money that you
Mm,
spent will be returned to you. So I knew that whatever I spent
you're
on the
getting
trip or
it
whatever I
back.
needed, it's coming back, right? And so my whole wardrobe is different. In a few minutes, I won't be in this space, and y'all will see the space because the space is gonna be awesome.
I love
And it's
it. I love
the
this. I
doors
love this for you.
have. It's like the doors have broken off the hinges finally.
Mm.
But I had to come
And
to
what kept you
Arizona.
going? What kept you going?
I've always been self motivated. What really kept me going was, I'm getting emotional now,
Mm.
wanting to get to the other side. Excuse me. Wanting to get to the other side because the beginning of my life was like walking through hell.
Mm.
If I don't know what hell is, it was the first part of my life. And I decided that I am not going to allow the hell that I've been through to take over my whole life. And I
Ooh.
decided that I am going to continue to dig within myself, uproot all that negativity, the abuse, everything that I've been through, and just lay it out there. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I had no idea that Arizona was going to be my turning and changing point. I just know I heard Spirit tell me it was time to go. And
Mm.
I got here and I was alone. And that was when, honestly, Carly, if I knew then what I knew now, I probably wouldn't have done it because it was the hardest thing. It was like coming through the birth canal and I got
Mm.
stuck in the birth canal. It was being born, and being born is hard. I don't have nobody's
Mm.
kids, but the vision that I got in my third eye is it was like being born. Coming through the birth canal is hard work, and being born and having to learn how to breathe
Mm.
and break through. That's what Arizona did for me. It was a breakthrough for me. And I didn't. I
That's
honestly,
powerful.
I think it was the community with Dr. Shelley, and because when I got to that community, I
Mm,
was at the bottom. It was around June, I remember. I was
yeah.
at the bottom. I was at the bottom, and I had no idea, and my mind was all over the place. I couldn't think. I couldn't nothing. I was so kind of like feeling embarrassed to be in the group because everybody else was talking so cognitively, and I just felt out of control. And every time
Mm,
Dr. Shelley be like, talk, I wanted to talk, but I nothing would come out because I felt like I couldn't make no sense.
yeah.
Um, and now going through her her mentorship, it's almost like I had to go through that to get through. Like if I didn't have that community, I don't know if I would have.
Mm.
It might have taken me longer to get through. Because remember, we was trying to set up lives, and I couldn't because I was so.
This was prior to me getting sick. Yes, this was prior to me getting in the hospital. Daisy said, "So glad to see you at the top, sis." All right, that part. Like,
Thank
I'm
you.
just
I just
so
it's been
glad
a
to
cloud.
see this transition for you. Like the fact that also just like Daisy, she put in her 2 weeks. She didn't know what she was gonna do, and it's just like you. So like to see y'all thrive, to see y'all um not know what is gonna happen, but know that it's gonna happen, that's
Yeah.
powerful. That's powerful. She said, girl, yes, I don't know what I would have done without the community either.
Yeah.
Yes, in that kind of transition, you need community. And like you said, like you didn't know what to say, but in continuing to come into community, come be with the sisters, and come, even if you didn't speak, just receive what needed to be received, you gain clarity out of that. And now
Yeah.
look where it's put you.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful because I mean I didn't know when I joined it. I mean we all well I got there, dude, Londrell, and I it's the community that is Dr. Shelley and Londrell is such a powerful community,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And I when I see the powerhouse of what is and the love that has been created not just in this community, but in the physical realm through Baby Serenity,
mm.
I be like, yo, this
Yeah.
union is like so powerful because it's not just, it's creating a dynamic for not just their family, but we're part of that family. It's like a tree, right?
Mm, mm,
And
mm,
we're part of the branches and we're growing and we're building and we're taking what we learned from both of them and we're turning into ourselves,
mm,
but it's part
mm.
of that tree. It's from that tree almost. And then when we become our own trees, this is what my mind is showing me, then we grow a community of our own. You got what I'm saying? And I just
That's
see the
true
trees
though,
and the
yeah.
branches, and what I see is the fruit hanging. I see the fruit hanging from the tree, and it's so juicy, and it's like an orange or whatever. And that's who we all are going to become in our own ways, right? I don't know where
Yes,
that came from. It just came out of
yes,
nowhere, girl.
girl. But
But
and that's the community that you're building is with the children, and that's so beautiful because the fact that you branched off into your own, oh, she said yes, sis, tap in. Yes,
yeah,
yes. Because what we take from that community is what we're birthing. It's just similar to what you spoke about, seeing your vision come to life from third eye into real life and being in the energy, goddess energy. That's where it came from. Yes, sis, you tapped in. I love it. I love it.
it's been a journey. I'm just grateful to be
Mm,
here. I'm grateful to be here, and Sugar is my accomplice, honey. If it wasn't for her, she's my little angel, honey,
I
because
love
she been riding
it.
with me for since I've had her since she was about 3 months,
Oh,
and she'll be three
I
years
love
old
it.
in July. So me and her been rocking. And she has been
Cute.
my guardian angel, really.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I swear,
Yeah.
that's yeah. Especially for animals, like for me, the companionship that they provide is so healing, like in a way that, oh, Belen, yeah. I know she recently lost her cat buddy, so it's
Oh,
like it's
sorry.
hard to, it's crazy to, you know, think that we get these pets and they're such companions. And it's funny because when I think about you having Sugar, I always see Sugar in the community with you. You bring her in, like she is healing with you, and she goes through your journey.
Yeah.
And you get to move with Mama, you get to transition. She gets to see all of your new space and see you thrive in your new energy. And it's just
She's,
beautiful for you.
it's always crazy because she always wants to join the community. When I'm on, she always jumping in my lap and she's right here and on my shoulder. Like
Right on you.
she want to be part of it too. Don't leave me out, sis.
She's like, excuse me, I thought this was the sisters community. I'm here too. Sugar's in the room.
She like, I'm a sister too.
Yes, I love her. Oh my gosh. Girl, and so I saw that Muja put in the questions, what drives you?
I don't know. What drives me? What drives me? The drive is to be better, to be better than what was spoken over my life. Those negative words that were, you ain't gonna be shit. You a
Ooh,
whore. You this, you that. And the reason why I have all these degrees is because my, my mother spoke so negative over me that I wanted to prove her wrong.
mm,
And that's why I
mm,
have all those degrees, but I realized it wasn't about her. It took me a long time to realize that. But what drives me is
my
the
son.
call that I have, you know,
Mm,
the call
yes.
that I have to minister to the
Mm,
hearts of these babies, and me not feeling understood, growing up feeling so alone, right?
mm,
And nobody being able to talk to and be able to, I used to ask questions like, who's God's parents and who's God's parents and who's God's parents, and nobody being able to answer that
mm,
because and so here I am in all of my glory and all of my sunflowerness with the sacral chakra and the solar plexus just illuminated. And
I love it.
it's almost like if you can see it, here's my finger, here's the other kid's finger, and I touch and I ignite them because I was
Mm,
never ignited. And so
girl.
what I'm doing is I was parented horribly. And my call is not only to the kids, it's to the parents because I don't have
Mm,
kids, but through me teaching them how to parent these children, I parent myself. And in parenting myself, I'm learning that I don't have kids, but I teach these parents every day.
mm.
And I'm just like, my call is to reparent
Oh, I love
the
you.
parents and myself. And I do it through these parenting classes. I got a client I just picked up, and the mom was asking me, well, do you do family sessions? Well, we can do that. So that now that's on the agenda. So
Yes.
parenting.
Oh, girl.
So it's just what drives me is what I've been through, the hell I've already
Mm,
walked through. And the
mm,
hell that I see that these babies are walking through because their parents are unconscious of what they are doing to these kids, the roots that they are, the seeds that they're planting that turn into roots, that turn into people like me. But everybody don't have the strength to overcome like I did. And I'm so grateful for that strength. But I'm here to
mm.
help them and speak life into dark places for them and show them that, yo, you can do this. That's what drives me. the hell that I walked through, and that somebody else cannot go through as much hell as I did to get to the other side. That's what drives me. That's what drives me.
We we are literally twins. Like that is my drive.
What do you
And it's
mean?
so funny.
Hold on, my friend says ego, ego,
You're,
ego. What do you mean ego?
you're, ooh,
Tell me about it. What do you mean?
such a
It's
powerful mind, Moo just said.
God is able. God is so good, and
Mm,
I am really just. I feel humbled to be able to even open up this gift and open up my throat chakra to even speak about it. Because at one point, I was not able to do that because I was afraid of being judged for
ooh,
the
girl,
gifts that I have.
girl,
Because people don't really
girl.
understand me when I talk all the time. Because I've always spoke with power, but I it didn't couldn't present it that way. I was mousy with
Mm,
it. Now it is what it is. I said what I
mm.
said.
I love
And
you. Like it's so beautiful how the universe has
yes,
like divinely guided us because it's just ego keeps them unconscious. Parents are in ego.
yes,
Yes, yes.
yes,
Because
yes.
parents so often think, that they own a child.
Mhm.
So they're not letting a child thrive in their individuality, which
I didn't
I'm
think you
sure.
meant me. I didn't think you meant me, Sandra. I was just asking what you meant. I just wanted to know, girl. I'm on a roll.
I
Go
love it.
ahead, Curtis.
Yes, girl, you are. And that's another thing too. You're in your God energy right now, girl. You are transitioning into this job, into such a powerful space that is needing your medicine. These
Mm-hmm.
children are in need of your medicine, and the fact that you are getting to provide it, that power is so beautiful when you find yourself and do things that like to help people. Yes. Oh, Belen.
I love
To be
you,
a
Sandra. That's my
compass.
baby girl. Sandra, everybody go follow Sandra. She's powerful. Okay. She helped me tap in to this powerful energy that y'all see. So that's Soul Awakening with Sandra. She's a powerful
I
woman. And I
love
love her.
it. I love it. See, and that's the thing too. We need certain people to be able to tap into our energy. And with you rising, with you transitioning into your new job, into your new living space, you need to be able to have those people, those sources to tap into, to continue to deepen your magic, continue to deepen the work that you are going to share. And
Mhm.
yeah, girl, just seeing you in your purpose, doing your thing, like I love it. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for this next chapter. And I love seeing you just embrace everything that is coming with the unknown of just transitioning and moving into this new space.
Mhm. Sandra says needing the balance of feminine and masculine balance in parents. I agree. I think a lot of the parents stop. Or do you want to come up? What's up? She's girl. uh, what I find with parents is they're very defensive. They're
Mm,
very defensive that when you let them know what you see,
mm,
they want to
mm.
be like, that's not it. And it's not that you're calling them out, it's that you want them to become aware of what and the power that they really have as concern these kids. And they don't always understand and see their power as
Yes.
parents. And they take the backseat, they give the kids the power and
Mm,
they act like they don't have none. I have to remind them who they are. And my job is to teach the parent that stop giving the power to the kids because they don't know how to raise themselves. But parents haven't always
mm,
been raised well too. And so that trauma that they're holding is being transferred into their kids unconsciously, you know?
mm,
And the call that I have is a big call because I'm shaping parents
mm,
and
mm.
children. And I don't take it lightly because my call is not only to the kids, because I can't shape the kids without shaping their parents. And so I have to look for doors where is the door to get to the parent in order to bring out the best in that parent, to bring out the best in
Mm-hmm.
this child. And that's where my power lies. And it's not even me. I like to call it the Holy Spirit. That's what it is. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I just maneuver with it and go with it. And the Holy Spirit speaks. And sometimes I be like, let me write that down.
Right.
For me.
Right. Yes. Getting the downloads, girl, and I love that. I love that. And so with your individual service that you offer, with your classes that you offer and everything, is that a part of the new job that you're taking on, or is this something that it's just your passion and you completely decided to branch off and do the thing?
Okay, so how I even got the opportunity to get into this school, because the school is the door for me,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I listened to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit told me to start this thing 2 years ago, non for profit. I was like, okay, I wasn't even ready yet, but clearly I was on my way. And so I went to apply for a job, and I was talking to the guy, and he said, you're a consultant. And I said, yes, but I didn't apply for a consultant position, but he's seen my brilliance, right? And he said, well, instead of doing the job, let's do a consultant, which helped me name my price, right? And then I started working with him in November.
Okay.
And then his school started getting better, and they started like, oh, we need her. Wait, no, we need her. We can't do this without her, because I was the driving force to help the behavior decrease or increase. And they didn't know how to do it, right? And then they was like, no, the niece seen my value and was like, we need her on the team. That's the
It's your
director.
magic. It's your magic, though. That's the thing. It's your magic because you're able to think like them children. Like you said, you're able to be in a space where you know what they're feeling, so you know how to approach them.
Yes. And
Yes, keep your
it's
follow your dreams and
instinctive.
open the conversation too.
It's
Yes.
instinctive.
Mm.
I don't have to turn nothing on. It's just
Second
boom.
nature. Second nature.
Right.
Yes.
It's this one kid that nobody knew how to control in there. And I'm not talking about controlling the people, but he kept giving death stares, and they were acting really scared of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they asked me to do a functional behavior assessment on him. I did the functional behavior assessment, and I did the bit. And so they had one of the behavior coaches in there with me. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't need no behavior coach. I got this. I didn't say that to them, but I let them do what they feel like they needed to do. By the end of that conversation, I said to him, he sat outside, I said, I like this kid. And by that time, they wanted me to work with him. I started working with him. The first day, they was like, she had a breakthrough with Abel. You know why? Because I said to him, listen, let me tell you what my job is when I'm about to start this job. You 17.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you should be able to talk, because if we can't get this together, I'm gonna have to call your parents, and you're gonna be in trouble. So how about me and you talk amongst ourselves how we can make this happen? And what I need you to do is this. I need you to do this, because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. And first he's like, I can't do it. We kept talking 5 more minutes, and then he got up and did it. And they looked at me like, what did you say to him? I just talked to him like a human being. I talked to him. I listened to him. So I want to hurt my mama and all this. I said, let me tell you something. Don't say that to nobody else. But he was looking for a shock value. I don't let him shock me. I'm on your team, buddy, but you're not about to be in here running this whole show. So use your words. What do you need? And I just come authority. I bring the authority. And me and him, I look at him today. I went to a volleyball with him, and I said, and he was like, and I was like, okay, you good? He was like, I said, okay. So we got our thing now, which before he wasn't doing. So he's opening up because I see him. They didn't see him. You have to see these children. You have to look into their eyes and see who they really are, regardless of saying, I'm going to kill my mama. Look at them. That's not what he went.
Yes.
He went, I want attention.
And I love that you do that. Yes, you see the cry for attention. You see that they are, like you said, trying to shock you. And you're not here for it. You recognize it for what it is.
Right.
And you
And
know what, too? Some of them kids, well, a lot, especially, I mean, for me personally, when you have a parent who doesn't understand how to approach or handle the outburst or the child or whatever experience is happening, whatever situation it is, um, but you can approach them and see them for them. You can see through the emotions. You can see through what's going on. They feel
it's the
safe.
empathic gift that I have. It's empathic. I just can go into their reality. It's like I go into their reality.
Yes.
And then when it's over, I come back out. But in going into their reality, they realize that I'm there for them. I'm not here to hurt you. They know that instinctively.
I love that. And that's where a real impact can be made with these kids because you're forging these safe spaces with them that some of these children may not have known before you. And to have that, to have a space where they can thrive in is so
Yeah.
necessary. It's
Right.
so necessary.
And how I built my business is he's seen that I had started my business. He was actually the one that kind of helped me to shape where I was going, that opportunity, because I had to write a proposal for services. You see
Okay.
how that opened the door? I didn't know how to write no proposal to get into a school. So I had to research it. I had to do the work. Now I have a set completed proposal that I created that I can use to open doors for other schools. You see, that's what I'm saying. He helped me create the blueprint, and he's from Philadelphia too, and he looked like
I
me
love
too.
that.
So
I
you
love
know,
that.
and so now it's like it's helping me to shape what the vision is. Because when I started So Eminent Center for Spiritual Development, I just heard you need to start it, but I didn't know how it was going to go. I just was like, okay,
I'm gonna
and I
do it.
did it. And
Uh,
now it's shaping it, and is now this is going to open the door for me to get into other school districts. So maybe I'm at this job for a season. Stop. Maybe I'm at this job for a season, but it's growing me more than I could have ever imagined, and I love it. So it's not like I'm working so hard. This job is not as hard as what I was doing because I love it. And like if a child is acting up, come on and sit in here and do your work.
I
Come on,
love
let's go.
it. I love it. I love
And
that for you.
me
And I
too.
love
I'm
that you
excited.
don't see anything as an end game. You're like, whether this is it or not, whether this is for this season, I love that you're comfortable with transition. I love that you're comfortable with going wherever spirit takes you, wherever you need to be guided for change, for your magic, for your medicine.
And because at one point I wasn't, everything was all about
Mm,
control for
mm,
me. And I had anxiety because I didn't know where the next move was going to make. And that's why it's so vital for me to be able to not know where money is coming from, sign up for an apartment. And that's me showing God, the Holy Spirit, that I am completely reliant on you because I didn't know where this was coming from. But before I would have been like, oh my God, I can't do it. Now it's like,
right.
okay, this is what we're
Chasing
doing.
the money.
Then
Yeah.
the money is
Yeah.
chasing you, honey. Okay.
Sis, I love you. I love you.
And
I love it.
and that's why you're gonna see like the new posts. I'm starting to get better with my posts now,
Mm,
and I'm starting to be
mm,
more intentional with my posts.
mm.
And like I done changed my whole wardrobe, honey. I done spent money. Child, wait till you see what's coming down the line. Think about who she thinks she is. Child, the goddess
I
has
love
arisen.
you.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Oh
So
my God. She said the energy is everything for me. There's no better feeling than doing what you love.
and I
Yes. It's
love
a
it.
good shift. Mm.
And so I work with kids right now. I opened the door, the Healing Collective. I'm part of a Healing Collective, which I give discounts. So I just picked up a few clients outside of work. So I
Mm.
still do my
Mm.
business because I'm only going to be at school the next 2 months, and then I have to start building my clientele for summer,
Yeah.
right?
I love it.
So
That way you
I'm
have a little,
getting
yeah.
clients. So if anybody is interested in, kids that have, y'all don't or misunderstood or need some help, or check out, go to my link, tap in because we have discounts. We charge high prices, but we have discounts for those who need the discount, and it's okay. you know.
Yeah.
But I want people to know what I want people to take away from this live, and not that it's over. I just want to put it out there as it jumps in my mind that there are God has a plan for each and every one of us. And if you're struggling with uh, understanding your kid, understanding their behaviors, people like me, and I'm not the only one, but there are people like me who have walked in those shoes and who
Mm.
understand and are open and willing and able to help. And if you know somebody who kids is out of control, because those are my favorite ones, honey. I love the out of control kids. They my people. They my people.
Mm.
So check in the link. Y'all can check my website. Y'all can check for me. But that's what I'm here for. That's my call in this life. I'm called to
Yeah.
the children, you know. And so
Ooh.
I love the kids. They be like, they ain't never gonna be nothing. They my people. Because my mother
Girl.
said that about me. And look at me. And look at
Look at
me.
her. Oh my gosh.
And so I'm here
Sunflower.
for that.
I
Yeah,
can't. I can't. Look,
yes.
I can't with her tonight.
Sun,
Yeah.
sunflower. So everything in my house, I got yellow. I got yellow velvet blankets, and I got everything. The sunflower has is all up in here. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love your energy. Yes. And see, girl, you thrive in that. You thrive in that. And it's just like you said, you were spoke down to. You were one of those kids. So what
Hmm.
better? Like, look how, oh, look, I'm looking, look how God aligned that for you. Look how the universe aligned that for you to be able to um, thrive in your power and thrive in your purpose and show these children that they can do the same.
Hmm.
There is
They are powerful.
not
These
enough
kids.
people out here influencing these children like you are.
Yeah.
Mm.
These children don't realize how powerful they really are, and the parents don't realize it either.
Mm. And that's what I love about you. That's what I love, that it's not just working with the children, it's working with the whole family. It's a
Hmm.
holistic approach to me because it's just like a holistic approach to the body. You
Right.
see it all. You're going for the mind body approach,
Right.
and you are doing the same in the family unit because when you are speaking to the children and the parents, it's able to raise the vibration in a whole
Hmm.
system predominantly in her power, y'all. Yes, Muja, you know.
You know, and I took the long way to get here. Like, I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I
Mm,
understand that portion of it. I'm an ABA provider, which I told you I failed my test by 8 points. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I failed my test by 8 points, but essentially I know the work. So even though I'm not in the big boys club as a BCBA, I
mhm,
utilize ABA to change the environment. I utilize everything that my life has opened up for me, and that's what I'm working with. I'm a social worker, I have a bachelor's in social work. So I'm not coming from one perspective. I'm coming from multiple perspectives, and I'm
mm.
utilizing that for the holistic of it all.
Yes, yes. Mm, I love that, girl. I can't wait to continue to see this journey unfold and continue to see you blossom and give your magic to this new space and to see your business thrive and unfold. Girl,
Hey.
yeah, yes. Like she said, go check out the link in her bio. Go
Yes.
check her out. If y'all know the kids that's out of control, if y'all are a family looking for that holistic healing, looking to heal. Oh, yes, I'm gonna pin that in the comments before we get out of here
Mm-hmm.
because it's rolling up on kids' bedtime.
Honey, and
So
I
I know
got
we might
a
have to get out
client.
of here.
One
Look.
of my clients I'm supposed to see at 3 o'clock, but he was like, Miss Olivia, I wanna have you on camera. Can we do it after dinner time? I said, all right, well, I got a session from 4 to 5, so it'd be 5. He was like, okay, Miss Olivia, so we gonna do it right after this. I'm gonna see my little young boy.
I
Remember when I
love
posted the little boy with the
it.
little mouse head? That's one of my
Yes.
clients. We do that sometimes. He likes to go and put like little things on. So I said, I'm gonna videotape this. He said, okay. So
I
I didn't want
love
to put him out
it.
there.
I love this. This is so cute. And see, that's encouraging for them because it lets them know they can be safe. You're safe to be whatever you want in your space. Bring your little mask, bring your hat, bring whatever you want. As long as you're here, I'm cozy.
And that's what it is. And I meet them where they at. And even the little boy that I'm meeting now, he's the one that got me to getting on the little things. He said, Olivia, go in here. Miss Olivia, go in here. Okay, do this, touch this. Oh, he's showing me. And so now I'm like, I do that with the other kids now because he's
I
opened up my
love
eyes to
that.
certain things. And he's
Ooh.
a genius kid. I love him. He's autistic. He's
Mm.
so bright. And I
I
learned so
love
much
that.
from him.
I love that. See, and I love that you take
Thank you,
what you
Daisy.
learn from the other children. You are magic, sis. Keep blooming that part. I love that you take what you learn from the other children and you apply it to your next client. You apply it to the next child because you never know what magic might work, might spark someone.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm
All about
grateful.
the
I'm grateful.
overflow. And sis is in it. Sis is in the overflow. She got it all out. She
Honey,
got it all out.
my shirt says, I don't sparkle, I don't sweat, I sparkle, honey. So we out here sparkling in these streets.
That part. I love you. Oh my goodness. Olivia, Sunflower. It was so
Yes.
good to have you tonight. It was so good to have
Thank
your
you.
energy on here and so good to just have you share your magic because what you do is magic. Thank you. Thank you for stepping into your confidence in what you do.
Listen, it's been a long time coming, and I'm grateful for the community. I'm thankful for everybody who joined and got something.
Mm,
Thank you, Trini, for following me. And it's gonna be it's and more is to come because I see big things for not only me but for the people that I'm connected to because we're all a community and we are to help each other, right? So it's not just me.
mm.
Everybody that
Yeah,
I'm connected to is on their way somewhere, right?
that part.
So
We are an extension of each other. I love you. I feel you. I cannot wait to connect more and blossom more in our sisterhood because we have twin things going on here. We have twin minds going on here. Like,
thank you, Trini.
oh, yes, look at her. Such a rare diamond. That part, that part. Daisy said you are doing big things, sis. Bellin, thank you for joining. Thank
It's
y'all,
time. And
everybody, for
Daisy, you
joining.
doing big things too, girl. I see you with your chocolate skin. You be shining out here
Oh,
in these internet streets. Okay.
that part, that part. I
hmm
love it. Oh, girl. Well, y'all follow everybody in here. Follow somebody because great,
Yes.
as you've been doing. Yes. Everybody follow somebody. We're all magic up in here.
We are.
Somebody in here is amazing. Everybody in here is.
Everybody's
We all got something to
amazing.
offer.
And this was a great conversation. And I'm so grateful, Carly, that you opened the door for me because I used to be like, I don't know about mom, but this is now that I've been
Girl,
doing my YouTube, and YouTube has opened me up, honey, because they be
I
coming with
see
their
you out
guns
here.
blazing.
I
They be
see
blazing for me
you
on
out
these
here.
these YouTube streets, and I be like keeping calm and saying what I need to say, and they telling me I'm going to hell, honey, and everything else they be telling me.
See, and look, that is the thing, though. When you walking in your God energy, people gonna have something to say. That's what's
All the
been
time.
happening to me, and so then I'm just like, okay, I see you. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to strike a nerve, and
Mm-hmm.
if you can't handle that trigger, we're the trigger. That's up to
Yes.
you to decide. Okay, let me go inside and look and figure out why.
Exactly. We're thought
Because
leaders. Thought leaders. Mhm.
that part. See, sis shining, sis shining. Ooh, that is for a whole nother conversation,
Yes,
thought
ma'am.
seers, because once you are in your power, you know the next move.
Mm-hmm.
You know the next move. I love
Yep.
it. Y'all go to soulimmense.com, check
So
her
eminent.
out, check out
So
her
eminent. Like
session.
like your soul is emanating. So eminent center. SoEminence.com. Yes.
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 Yes,
So
check her
we
out.
bringing the sunshine to everybody,
Mm,
and I
mm.
thank you, Carly. I thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank
Check
you.
us out,
Yes,
and if you got
y'all
any
tune
questions,
in.
come in the DM if you got any questions. I got you.
Tune in. Tap into my girl. Families, everybody. Holistic lady approach over here. I love it.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it.
Oh, you have a good evening, beautiful.
Thank you, y'all too.
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Are, are you going to put this one up, Carly?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
cool.
I will
I'll
save
tag
it for
myself.
you and tag you as a collaborator.
Thank you.
Love you, girl.
Love you too. Bye.